I'm here with Shane from Silverstein, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'm really glad to have you here.
Great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just start out with some basic stuff. When did Silverstein first become Silverstein?
Well, it was in the year 2000, the very beginning of the new millennium, if you will. It was January 2000, and we got together, and we really didn't think that this band was going to be anything close to what it's evolved into. With this band where we tour all over the world and release all these albums. We started it was a side project from some other stuff we were working on. It was just for fun, just something to kind of pass the time and just literally just for fun. And then over the months and years, it became a serious band, and here we are.
Who inspired you to play this music and just get into this type of genre?
I mean, I grew up with earlier in my life I was really into metal, and that's kind of where I decided to pick up a guitar from playing hearing my sister's metal records, and from then I got into heavier and heavier metal until I think I kind of almost was just getting sick of it. So then I heard a couple punk rock bands, and I kind of liked punk rock because it was aggressive and could be fast, but it didn't have to be so serious and have to be so intentionally dark all the time, and have that imagery of when you think of metal, what you think of. So that I really was drawn to punk rock, and that was a big thing. And from then I found out more about hardcore, which was kind of like hardcore and punk mixed together, metal and punk mixed together, and and then just all those subgenres. And I just really got immersed in the local scene we had in the suburbs of Toronto, and that really just kind of paved the way for my musical upbringing.
I know you guys have a new album coming out on February 5th. This is How the Wind Shifts. And so what was the inspiration for this new album? What did you really want to focus on?
Well, I think the last full-length record we made, Rescue, we took, I don't want to say we played it safe, because that sounds like a bad thing, but we released a record that was pretty much 12 songs, written, completely at different times, about different topics, and they were kind of put together on one record, And this time we didn't want to do another record like that. We wanted the record to be coordinated, to flow, to have some meaning, within it. And I tossed around the idea of kind of putting a concept to the album, which I don't know if you've read about it, but it's it's pretty complicated too, and it took a lot of work to write that and plan it out and everything.
So going off of that, I know that when you released A Shipwreck in the Sand, that was more of a story-based album.
Yep.
And then there was Rescue, and then you had your passion project of short songs.
Yeah.
And so, what if we're going with that kind of flow? What would this album be in the sense to all this?
This album is it's a bit of an ode to Shipwreck, I would say. I felt in similar sort of headspace as I did when we were making that record, and I felt challenged. Like I did that, on this record, to really, put myself out there and really take a chance, whereas with Short Songs was completely different, and with Rescue, I think we definitely, there was an element of playing it safe, like I said before. So this record, I think, I just put myself really into a position where it was, I think it was going to succeed or it was going to fail miserably, and I think that pressure ultimately was what makes this record special and makes this record probably our best album.
What do you hope the fans will take from this album? Like, if there's a overlining theme or message to it?
I think the overall message of this record is that no event is too small, no single day is too small, and any little opportunity, and these things happen all the time, things can mean, little things can mean big, small things can mean big things, you know what I mean, and be big things, and And I think that that's something that is important in life to recognize, that every experience, every exchange you have with a person, it's a real thing, and you know, it's all important.
If there was one track that you had to pick on the album that you absolutely cannot wait for fans to hear, like just one that really, you know, you just can't wait, what track would that be?
Well, I'll give them a hint, but I won't say it, okay? And it's a bit of a riddle, I guess. It isn't one song, it's two of the songs.
Okay.
Maybe two of the songs. So,
Alright.
maybe people will figure it out. No one's figured it out yet. I mean, the album hasn't come out yet, but there's a little bit of a secret going on in the record. So I think I can't wait for that to kind of come out and people to hear that.
What is your favorite song to play when you perform?
We're playing a bunch of new songs now, and I think that those are going to become my favorites. But you know, since it's so new, I can't really pick one yet. But you know, with all the older songs, I mean, every time we play like "Smile in Your Sleep" and "My Heroine" and "Smashed into Pieces," you know, I think those songs, you know, we've been playing them for so long, and people still get real amped up for them. It's always a cool thing to see people, you know, really like, you know, be nostalgic and, you know, remember when they heard those songs for the first time, and you know, it's cool to see that.
Well, last question for you.
Sure.
Any advice for an aspiring musician these days?
Yeah, man. I mean, no moment is too small. You know what I mean? Like, take every opportunity that's out there. I think it goes along with kind of even what this record's about, where, you know, that guy you meet, that, you know, maybe he knows somebody that's, you know, going to get you a show in front of somebody that could, you know, get you a show in front of somebody else that could, you know, lead you to someone to discovering your music, or, you know. But I think at the end of the day, it's you know, that aspect of it, and just working on your craft and writing the best songs you can and music that you believe in. And if you do that and you're honest about it, I think that's, you know, good things will come.
Thank you so much for joining us, and can't wait for the new album. Comes out on February 5th, and so hope you guys have a great tour.
Yeah, and can't wait for it to start. It's only the first day.
Yeah.
So haven't even played a show yet. So
thank you so much.